I'm Jeremy Bemis with Bemis Family Farms. I'm 32 years old. The Bemis Tree Farm is what we have always been till the last couple of years. We are 15 minutes south of downtown Little Rock from the River Bridge. Everybody knows the River Bridge, Interstate 30. It's only 15 minutes to our door. Feels like a lot longer than that when you're driving out here, but after you've made the trip a couple times, it's not too far. We are due south of the airport near the city of Wrightsville. So we've been here since 1992. This is all I've ever really known, is living on the tree farm. So as I got older, my brother and I have an older brother, Nathan. So as we got a little bit older, had a few more mouths starting to feed. We used to eat a little more, I guess. It's like, well, we need to diversify a little bit. So we started doing bushes and small trees. So you can get all your bushes that you'll need for your yard, and small trees that you can't get the big truck into. As the big truck moves 30-foot tall trees, so this is the little trees, so a 10-foot tall tree is what we started doing. Trying to figure out how to grow pumpkins, looked at doing contracts and having people come in and keep bees on our place to pollinate the pumpkins. It's like, well, that's gonna add up pretty quickly. It's like, well, I'm gonna just buy a few beehives and just get started. We had a very hard time finding where to get supplies, where to find classes. There's a little bit of a technique to learning how to keep bees. You don't just get some bees and all of a sudden you're a beekeeper. If you're gonna keep the bees alive, you got to go through some classes and learn. There's a big learning curve. It's fun, it's easy to learn, but you do have to make an attempt to learn some. As we got supplies and got bees, we kind of learned a little bit more, and somebody said we should sell some bee supplies. We were actually setting up our store for the Christmas trees and pumpkins that we were going to sell out of for that. So we ended up moving some bee supplies into there, which is actually where we're sitting right now. And after a year or two, the bees, education was our biggest goal as we worked through the bees and selling supplies. So we were having more and more classes. We started doing our events. We'd have a spring event and a fall event. We've had almost 1,500 people at our last event. So those have just steadily grown bigger and bigger every year. We've almost doubled in size several years in a row every year for the people coming out. We have a lot of fun with the bees. It goes very well with the tree farm. A lot of the trees are bee pollinated. They don't necessarily grow faster from it, but they do seem to be a little healthier from having the extra bees. But we have a lot of clover that has naturally come up through a lot of our tree rows. So we ironically have a huge field for the bees to pollinate just in our ground that we already had set up for the tree farm. We do try to help as many people as we can. And that was kind of the backing behind our events. We wanted to make it a family adventure, a family fun thing to come do while educating everybody and getting them as much information as we could in a fun way. So like I said, we try to take you out to the bees and actually show you what's going on in the hive and go through all that. So it's been fun for us as a family. And we've tried incorporating it all into the tree farm and everything else that we do. We're always amazed at the number of people that are still getting involved in bees. There's always the question, is it a fad? Is it just something people are doing to help the bees and kind of going from there? But it's more than that. There's always people getting in the bees, new beekeepers coming in. We don't think it's a fad. I mean, we're in the organic movement and backyard gardens and animals and things like that. I mean, this is becoming a way of life for people. But our end goal has always will be education, trying to educate as many people as we can. We need bees, but we need beekeepers that know what they're doing and can successfully raise the bees. It's been a fun journey, I guess you could say. It's been more of a wild ride, I guess, but it's been something new, and like I said, it's been a big learning curve, but we're trying our best to make it through it.